Once, in a quiet forest where the morning sun painted the trees in shades of gold, there lived a raven. From the outside, his life seemed ordinary. He had food to eat, a place to rest, and the freedom to soar across the open sky. But deep inside, the raven was filled with discontent. Every day he looked at the world around him and thought, "Why is everyone else so much happier than I am?" When he saw the swan gliding gracefully across the water, its feathers pure and white as freshly fallen snow, he felt plain and unwanted. When he noticed the parrot, with its radiant colors admired by all who saw it, he felt dull and forgettable. And when he heard people praising the peacock, the king of beauty, with feathers that shimmered like a rainbow, the raven's heart sank even deeper. He thought to himself, "Perhaps if I were born as one of them, my life would finally have meaning. I could be happy." Carrying this heavy thought, the raven flew to the home of a wise monk who lived at the edge of the forest. The monk had a reputation for helping creatures find clarity, and the raven, desperate for relief, perched before him and poured out his heart. "Master," the raven croaked, "I am miserable. I was born into the wrong body. Every bird I see is more beautiful, more admired, more loved than I am. I beg you, make me into another bird. Make me into someone else." The monk looked at the raven with kind eyes. He did not dismiss his pain, nor did he immediately grant his request. Instead, he spoke gently. "My friend, I can give you the form of any bird you desire, but before I do, I ask one thing. Go and visit the birds you envy. Ask them about their lives. See if they are truly as happy as you believe. Then return to me, and I will grant you your wish." Though uncertain, the raven agreed. He set off on his journey, determined to discover the truth. The raven's first stop was a shimmering lake where a swan floated gracefully on the water, its long neck arched like a delicate sculpture, its feathers so white they seemed to glow. With awe and longing, the raven called out, "Beautiful swan, you must be the happiest bird in the world. You glide across the water with such elegance, and everyone admires your beauty. Please tell me, what is it like to live as you do?" The swan sighed, a sound so soft it rippled the water around it. "Friend," the swan replied, "you see me and think my life is perfect, but you do not know my sorrow. People admire me, yes, but I live in constant envy of others. Look at my feathers. They are plain, just white. No colors, no patterns, no brilliance. I have often wished I could be a parrot, painted with the shades of the rainbow, or a peacock, clothed in splendor. My beauty feels incomplete, and I am not as happy as you imagine." The raven was startled. He had thought the swan's life was free of sadness, yet even this creature, so admired and graceful, was burdened by envy. With a heavy heart, the raven thanked the swan and flew on. Next, he sought out the parrot. It didn't take long to find one, perched in the branches of a tree, its feathers shining like emeralds and sapphires and rubies. The parrot was surrounded by people who marveled at its beauty and laughed at its mimicry. The raven landed nearby and said, "Oh, parrot, you must be truly blessed. You are vibrant, colorful, and loved by all. You can mimic human speech, and everyone delights in your presence. Surely your life is the happiest of all." The parrot tilted its head, eyes clouded with unease. "I wish what you said were true," the parrot answered softly. "But my colors come at a cost. Hunters and trappers are always searching for birds like me. Many of my kind live in cages, imprisoned for the entertainment of humans. I live in constant fear of being taken, locked away, and losing the freedom of the skies. My colors may dazzle, but my heart trembles with worry. Do not think my life is perfect. It is not." The raven listened carefully. Once again, his illusions were shattered. The bird he thought had everything lived in fear of losing the very thing he himself had always taken for granted: freedom. Finally, the raven made his way to a grand palace garden where people crowded around, whispering with admiration. There, inside a gilded cage, stood the peacock, its feathers spread like a fan of living jewels, glimmering with blues, greens, and golds. The raven's eyes widened at the sight. "O magnificent peacock, you are the king of birds. Everyone adores your beauty. Your feathers are unmatched. Your color is a wonder of creation. Surely you are the happiest bird alive." The peacock looked at him with sorrowful eyes and shook his grand feathers slowly. "Friend, you see only that glitters. You do not see what I endure. Because of my beauty, I am never free. Humans keep me locked in cages, parading me for their pleasure. I cannot fly as you do. I cannot roam as you do. My feathers, which you admire so much, are my chains. People pluck them, sell them, and use me for their desires. You think I am happy? No. If I could trade places with any bird, I would choose the raven, for you are free. You may not have dazzling feathers, but you have the sky." The raven's heart trembled. For the first time, he saw himself not as cursed, but as blessed. The swan longed for color. The parrot feared imprisonment. The peacock was enslaved by the very beauty that made him admired. And yet, he, the raven, had something none of them could claim: freedom. When the raven returned to the monk, he bowed his head. "Master," he said, "I understand now. I no longer wish to be anyone else. Each bird has its burdens. I may not be as beautiful as the swan, as colorful as the parrot, or as admired as the peacock, but I have freedom. I have life, and I have myself. For the first time, I am grateful for who I am." The monk smiled warmly. "You see, my friend, unhappiness is not born from who you are. It is born from wishing to be someone else. Comparison closes your eyes to your blessings, but gratitude opens your eyes to the truth. Happiness is not found in changing forms. It is found in accepting yourself, in valuing the gifts you already have." And so the raven returned to the skies, no longer weighed down by envy. He soared above the trees with wings outstretched, marveling at the freedom he had always possessed. The world had not changed, but his heart had. The story of the raven reminds us of something deeply human: the illusion of envy. We often look at others and imagine their lives are perfect, forgetting that they too have struggles unseen. We chase beauty, admiration, wealth, or status, believing that when we achieve them, happiness will finally arrive. Yet more often than not, those we envy carry burdens we cannot see. The swan teaches us that external elegance does not guarantee joy. The parrot reminds us that even vibrant beauty can be shadowed by fear. The peacock warns us that admiration can become a prison when it strips away freedom. And the raven shows us that freedom of the body, of the mind, of the spirit is one of life's greatest treasures. True happiness, then, lies not in comparison, but in contentment. It lies in valuing what is uniquely ours. It lies in gratitude for the blessings we overlook when our eyes are fixed on others. The next time you find yourself envying someone else's life, pause and remember the raven. Ask yourself, what gifts do I already have that I'm failing to see? What freedoms do I enjoy that others might long for? Happiness is not out there, waiting to be found in someone else's feathers. It is here, within you, waiting to be acknowledged. And when you embrace that truth, like the raven, you too will find freedom in the skies of your own life.